It's Pro Picks time with Ben Merritt and me, Cowboy Troy, on Coyote 93.7.
Pro Picks is back on Coyote 93.7. Today's country and the legends, Ben Merritt and my good friend from Nashville, Cowboy Troy. Troy, how you doing, man?
Doing great, Ben. How are you today?
I'm doing fantastic. We got your picks in last week. But busy schedules, you're out on the road, and we had some busy stuff going on here. All we had time for was to get them on the Facebook page. But now you're back on the air here on Coyote 93.7.
And that's a big yeehaw to you.
Now, I'm calling Troy. I'm kind of waking him up. We're recording this a little bit early today. You're out on the West Coast today because you're out with the Music Mafia. And where are you guys at today?
We're in Lincoln, California.
Now, it's pretty country out there from what I've heard, right?
Yeah, it is. It's just outside Sacramento. A lot of huge country music fans out here, and they've always been very supportive when we come to this area. So I'm just glad to be out here and working with them.
Well, very good, very good. We're hoping to get you to swing back through the Northwoods sometime soon.
Well, you know, me and fried cheese curds get along very well. So if I can get back to Wisconsin, I'd be happy.
Yeah, cheese curds, beer, and brats, right?
Yeah, kind of in that order.
All right, Troy. Well, if anybody is new to this, you and I are not new to this. We're seasoned veterans now. We got a whole year under our belts, and we both had a lot of fun last year, right?
Oh, yeah, it was a great time.
All right, so just to warn everybody, though, we run down our picks for the NFL season. Again, we're kicking this off with Week 2. If you want to see our Week 1 ones, our Week 1 picks, go to Facebook, Coyote 93.7, COYOTE 93-7. Check it out there. Week 1, Troy, you beat me. Now, that's kind of surprising because last year I beat Troy overall on the year. I mean, we had our weeks where we went back and forth, but over on the year, I beat Troy. So Troy beating me to start it, that's a good sign for you, sir.
Yeah, it's nice to come out of the gate starting out well.
Yeah, you got a big haymaker out of the way. Now, I'm not going to lie to you though. You're 9-7 and I'm 8-8.
Oh, see, that's why do you have to pull? You know, you have to deflate the tires on the party bus.
Hey, a win is a win, man.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, you beat me, but only by one.
Well, the one that worked out for you, I think, was Baltimore. I picked Pittsburgh, so.
I told you.
I know. You did. You know more than I do about that. So, but hey, you know what? It's a fresh week. We're going to start all over, and let's start with the Monday night game. I feel like we can work our way back to the boys in Green Bay. But Monday night game, St. Louis at the New York Giants. What are you thinking, Troy?
I think New York Giants, especially Monday night at home for them. You know, I think they rebound from any of the mistakes that they had made the previous week. I think New York wins that game.
Yeah, I feel Eli Manning is just too much of a leader to let him down on a big stage like that on Monday night. So I'm going with the Giants on that one as well. That was a pretty easy one for us to get back into the groove, correct?
Of course.
All right, now it's time for what some say is one of the more interesting games of the week. First time back in Atlanta since he left Atlanta, since his indiscretions, shall we say. Michael Vick making his way back to Atlanta with Philadelphia. I'm going to go with Philly on this one because Atlanta looked sore. I mean, they didn't look sorry. They didn't look bad. I mean, they're a professional football team, but they looked like, you know, they were hurting in Week 1. And I know it's only Week 1, but something like that does carry through. So I'm going to go with Philly on this one, with a Vick-led Philly.
I think Atlanta will pull this game out, even though Vic will probably have a stellar game. I think that Atlanta wins this game just because there's going to be so many people. Yes, there'll be a lot of people supporting Michael Vick probably because as football fans, they like Michael Vick in that town. But I think that Atlanta will figure out a way to win this game, and I think that they'll probably do it in a decent fashion.
All right, well, there you go. There's our first non-agreement of the week, so therefore we're not going to end with the same score or the same record as each other, so that's good. Now we're just going to go with the big softball toss. Green Bay at Carolina. Do I really even need to ask you?
Oh, come on. You know full well Green Bay wins that game.
Now, you still got Aaron Rodgers on speed dial, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
There's pictures of Troy and Aaron Rodgers hanging out in Nashville. They're all good buddies. I knew he was going to pick Packers on this one, and as am I. And it's not because Carolina's a bad team. I think they're going to do well in the next year or so with Cam Newton getting a little bit more experience, but not this year. Sorry.
Yeah, it's not happening.
So, all right. Well, those are our showcase games of the week. And now we're just going to do quick fire rapid down the line, starting with Kansas City at Detroit. We all know I'm going to go with the Lions.
I'm going with the Lions as well.
Holy cow, Troy picking the Lions as well. That's good. All right, rapid fire, keeping it going. Oakland at Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Isn't it strange how one season changes everything? I'm going with Buffalo as well. Tampa Bay at Minnesota.
Tampa Bay wins that.
Tampa Bay going with the Bucks. Me too. Chicago at New Orleans.
New Orleans.
All right, and so far we're picking the same ones again. I'm going with the Saints too. Baltimore at Tennessee. I think this one's going to be strange. Tennessee looked pretty good last week, but Baltimore looked even better, so I'm going to go with the Ravens.
Yeah, I think the Ravens win that game.
All righty, and then let's go to Cleveland at Indianapolis, a Peyton Manning-less Indianapolis.
At Indy, I'm going to say Cleveland.
All right.
The team in Indy is just in shambles without Peyton right now.
All right, I'm going to go with the same line of thought as well. Now, you and I had a debate about this one last week, at least with this team. They dropped their quarterback, but doesn't seem to hurt them that much. Jacksonville at New York Jets.
The Jets win that game.
Going with the Jets. I am going with Jacksonville. I was swayed by your fanciful talk of dropping a quarterback last week, but Maurice Jones-Drew, he came through last week, so I'm going to go with Jacksonville.
Fanciful talk.
Your fanciful talk of quarterbackless Jacksonville Jaguars. All right, Seattle and Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh will crush Seattle after last week's poor performance.
Yeah, I think they're going to be playing angry, so they're going to come out of the gates a little upset. So, Arizona at Washington.
The Redskins are going to win that game.
Me as well. I agree that the Washington Redskins will pull that one out. Your Cowboys taking on the 49ers. Now, keep in mind where you are right now. Geographically.
I'm keeping that in mind. Where's that game going to be? At the 49ers?
Yeah, they're at San Francisco.
Oh, man. I hate to say it, but I think San Francisco wins that game.
Wow, your Cowboys. I mean, it's strange how one season works well for one team and one season doesn't. The Bills are coming back. They're looking strong, and so far your Cowboys, they're looking rough. But I am...
Yeah, well, I don't think Romo's ready.
Yeah. I on the other hand, I'm going to go with the upset on that one. I'm going to go with Dallas on that one. So this one is going to be another good game, I think. A lot of people are thinking about this one. San Diego at New England.
The Brady Bunch wins that.
Yeah, I figured you'd go with that one. Me as well. I think the Patriots are just going to be a strong team this year, so watch out for them throughout the rest of the season to be picked by both Troy and I. Houston at Miami.
Wow. I'm going to pick Miami.
Going
looked great there yesterday.
Going with the Dolphins on that one.
Yeah, that Henry looked good last week.
All right. Well, I'm going to go with the Texans on that one. They're due, and I have never really had the confidence in the Dolphins. I am a Chad Henne fan because he's a University of Michigan alum, but something about that Dolphins offense is not impressing me. So, and here we go with the final game for you and I to be picking this week. Cincinnati at Denver.
Wow. I'm going to say Denver.
All right.
Despite the controversy, Andy Dalton looked great for the Bengals last week, but I think with his potential injury, he's going to have some difficulty. So I'm going to say Denver.
All right, then. I'm going with Denver as well, too. So, and I didn't even put that much thought into it. All right. All right, Troy. Well, that's our first on-air Pro Picks, and again, everybody can follow us along at our Facebook page, COYOTE 93-7. You got anything that you want to throw out there, Troy? You got the Twitter, you got all that stuff, right?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter, at Cowboy Troy, and having a good time. So if you feel like it, hit me up. I'll respond.
Yeah, absolutely you will. I think I was driving home from the Michigan Notre Dame game last weekend, and I tweeted to you that I think Black in the Saddle was getting me through the UP at late hours in the evening, and I'm pretty sure you responded back to me on that one. So.
That's funny. That's funny.
All right, Troy. Well, we got a whole season to get through still. All right, so don't blow your whole energy on this one, okay?
All right, man.
All right, Troy. You have a good one, man.
Thanks, brother. You too.